cause the land, I cause the air, I cause every element in our land to be against you.
I feel sorry for you, Father Joy Nwebe, over what you are passing through on the street of America without having a place to lay your head, perhaps because you ran out of money. But why could you not go to one of the Catholic parishes there so they will take care of you when the Zion women refuse to accept you in their home in your latest visit to United States of America? Hello, brethren. I'm not happy with the information I want to pass across to you here, but I have to pass across this information. It will become a lesson for many people to pick or learn something as you pay attention to hear what I am going to unveil here or uncover. This is about sad Reverend Father Joy Nwebe. He experienced something in the latest USA visit, and what he said in the incoming video will shock you.
6 women from Indiana, Bukobi, Dallas, Texas, went to the person that hosted me and, threatened him, why this one, and the man stood his ground and said, I will give access to anybody I want to host and free, and they threatened him they were going to report him to daddy. Report him because of hosting a priest. Okay, and it didn't stop there. They said they were going to write petition against me. I'm not going to come to the Diocese of Fort Worth again. I will never do program for them again. You see, this ministry, this Father Nwebe, any of you, man can work or something, they blackmail people. You can imagine if they could go that far in blackmailing Father Etienne Baka, who assisted the ministry, their so-called ministry at the beginning. You can imagine what they can do to me. So they specialize in making sure that anybody that doesn't have information about how bad Father Nwebe is, they give it to the person and bias the person and project their negative energy. I cause the land, I cause the air, I cause every element in our land to be against you.
Listen, I want everyone to understand that nature keeps information. Nature is watching, and the nature is seeing whatever we are doing. So when you look at the best, you think that watching you, they did not know what you do. They store it in their brain. And there is something we call karma. My prayer is not that children of God will pass through hell or experience what we describe as unfortunate circumstance. Now, my question is, does it mean that Reverend Father Joy Nwebe hasn't got enough money to lodge himself in one of the hotels in the United States of America? Could he not have gone to one of the Catholic parish there to present himself as a priest? Has he not got any sort of identity that people will look at and they say, yes, this is one of us? Catholic, as I know, is a big institution, and the hand is open to welcome Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, especially when you are stranded. And I wonder why Reverend Father Joy Nwebe would always want to inhabit or have himself hospitalized by a family, especially the women, according to information. Now, what happened in his latest visit was a disappointment to him, and when he was saying things against Evangelist Chukwuebuka and Nozie Obi, he thought that there are specific women who are always taking care of him. Yeah, I think 6 of them in number, according to the information. And I am sure that they would be like, okay, you are getting it right. But listen, people have a way of paying back. Someone might be smiling at you, nodding head in agreement to what you are saying. That is confusion. Do not judge the book by the look or the face. This is why it is impossible for you to read a human's heart. This is why God is God. Someone may come to you smiling, agreeing to whatever you are saying, and you think you are with the person. You do not know that you are hurting a lot of people by the words you use. Now, Evangelist Chukwuebuka Anozie Obi, the owner and the founder of Zion Ministry, has branches all over the world. Most of the branches opened without his knowledge. Sometimes he sees them when it comes to the closing of 100 days fasting and the prayer through the 3 or 4 days crusade he usually hosts. That is when he sees some of the flags coming up, and this becomes a surprise to him, because you see people now saying that we opened a branch in this country and in that country. So that is to tell you that the handwork of God is on the train, moving. This is why Zion Ministry continue to expand here and there, almost in all the countries. He is more like a man people choose. And things do not happen by coincidence. God, in his infinite mercy, God, in his indefinite knowledge, because we cannot read the mind of God when we haven't read the heart of our fellow men. How can we read the mind of God? He chooses who he wants to bless. And there is a reason why he chose Evangelist Chukwuebuka Anozie Obi. If you ask me, he isn't the only prophet in Africa. He isn't the only prophet in Nigeria. There are prophets everywhere. But these blessings come in a way that God knew from the beginning that this man is not going to be pompous and feel I am on top. He's not going to raise his hand or show wings or bring his ego up like many people have accused him today. A man in this position with all these wealth that people are bringing to him. And do you know the good thing? This man is not married. So no one can accuse him of storing wealth for his children and the children's children. We saw from time to time how he dispatched this money and the places he put this money. He put it in building of hospitals, schools, seraphic water. These employ lots of people as well to help the lives. This is what we call humanity. He is doing it well. If you ask me, he's doing it well. And I don't understand why you are fighting a man that his members are accommodating you. The number of times Reverend Father John Nwebe visited the United States is the same Zion members, despite of the things he is saying against this man. The annoying part that the women now could not endure is that one he said that Evangelist Chukwuebuka Anozie Obi using their children's destiny. Who would hear that and be happy? Now the number of them who always him right inside their husband's house, welcome him as a reverend, take good care of him, and you know what it means when a family welcome you. A single person cannot give you the treatment a family gives you. This is where a wife now train herself more and more on how to pamper and take care of her children and her husband. Of course, you know, this is why most of the time singles go to married men, because married people know how to take care of a woman. That is why most ladies who are single run to married people. Now, this is applicable to Reverend Father John Nwebe visiting families all the time. These women are in their husband's home, and their husbands understand that this is a Reverend Father. They feel so free to welcome this Reverend Father. And we saw from the video you watched, it's like he's hanging around the streets. And I asked, was he not having enough money to rent himself a hotel room in the United States? Okay, why could he not go to one of the Catholic parishes there to report that he is stranded so that he may have a hand? People will help him despite the war he is throwing at himself, because you are fighting multitude. The same people you are fighting, their leader, have been taking care of you. Where are your members that you boast of? Where are your members who were telling you, ride on, Papa, go on, Papa? You see what I began to say from early time? Stop this whole thing. You are called to do this work. You are ordained for this work. If you are tired of doing this work, you can as well tell God in prayer and the way to hear from God, whatever He decides, if it's the will of God that you will come out of priesthood, so be it. Then you will marry and begin to hustle for money. Because the time you should volunteer to preaching the word of God, to convert souls, you volunteer it, looking into what Evangelist Chukwuebuka Noziobi is doing in his day-to-day life. And most of the things you said about this man, never true. Who is feeding you with information like this? Lovers of truth, I believe that you saw that video, and what he said, a reverend father, the reason causes karma will not catch up with any person. His hands are clean. Any person, his heart is clean. Karma doesn't catch up. Karma doesn't hit. I feel sorry for you, Reverend Father Joy Nwebe, over what you are passing through on the street of America without having a place to lay your head, perhaps because you ran out of money. But why could you not go to one of the Catholic parishes there so they will take care of you when the Zion women disappoint you and they refuse to accept you in their home in your latest visit to United States of America?